Hey, I am back. Ray. In this video, we're going to get into a little bit of wealth creation by utilizing the ruling energies of Perthro, Fehu, and Dagaz. Lord Odin, the divine goddess Freya, divine Neterthoth, my divine mother Aset was like, include Perthro in the mix to help to attract favorable situations at the same time creating wealth for yourself. So that is exactly what I did here. So if you're new to this page and new to the runic energies, this runic energy here is Perthro. And as a rune of magic, mystery, and occult knowledge, also representing cause and effect and random coincidences, Perthro can aid in all kinds of magical actions and rituals. So in this case, we're going to utilize Perthro to attract favorable circumstances and opportunities. It also activates divine feminine energy. There's no creation without the feminine principle. It also strengthens your power of causing the desired outcome, strengthening your luck also, because luck, we all need a little luck sometime, and luck is a real force. Also, Perthro aids in manipulating reality by causing the desired effect, also connecting with magical forces. So, Perthro is also the rune of secrets. If you want to know something about yourself or somebody else or other runic energies, Perthro is a runic energy that you can meditate upon with that intention. But in this situation, we're going to utilize Perthro to attract favorable circumstances and opportunities that will generate greater prosperity, wealth, and abundance into your sphere. So again, this is the Perthro energy, Perthro. And of course, this is one of the premier runes of wealth in Fehu, utilized for attracting new beginnings and wealth, prosperity. Also a runic energy used to strengthen your luck, bringing in new opportunities to make lots and lots of money. These runic energies work really fast. The more you work with them, the more they permeate your subconscious, the more they permeate your aura. You become a magnet for all types of opportunities to make money. And also the Dagaz, runic energy here of hyper transformation. It also is a runic energy of elevating consciousness, bringing increased prosperity and wealth into your sphere. So if you're new to this channel, you're new to working with the runic energies, you want to call upon the Perthro runic energy to attract favorable circumstances and opportunity in regards to attracting greater wealth for yourself. You can also call upon Perthro to strengthen your ability to manipulate your own reality. Then you can call upon Fehu to bring into your world increased prosperity, wealth, and abundance this day at the present moment. You can also invoke Fehu to bring into your world unlimited wealth, true wealth that is your birthright. It is your birthright to live in abundance, meaning that you come from creation. You know what I'm saying? So invoke the energy of Fehu to bring into your world divine wealth that is your birthright, to bring into your world increases in prosperity, wealth, and abundance today, like now. And then you can invoke the Dagaz Runes energy to bring into your world increase in prosperity, wealth, and abundance. And so once you invoke these runic energies with that intent, you now visualize them, moving them around in your mind's eye for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. At the same time, visualizing what you need to attract to yourself. For example, I had a client or have a client who desires to have their own ranch. You know what I'm saying? So how they work with the runes in that regard, they would see themselves on this ranch. At the same time, they would impregnate the runic energies into that image. I know that sounds a bit more on the advanced side, but if you've made your way to this channel, you are ready for prime time. So the way they utilize the runic energies in terms of attracting the money they need for their own ranch, they see themselves on their ranch and they are visualizing the runic energies in the image, and they're chanting, creating a nice little mantra with runic energy. So in this case, Fehu Perthro Dagaz, Fehu Perthro Dagaz, or any type of combination you want to use, and you create you a nice little mantra. The more you chant these runic energies, the more you intensely visualize these energies, the more they awaken within your subconscious, the more they begin to permeate your aura, thus bringing into you the desired effect. And another awesome way to work with these runic energies is to combine the mudra of Kubera. Kubera is an excellent mudra in conjunction with working with these wealth-producing runic energies. Kubera builds self-confidence, activates the solar plex chakra, which is the seat of your willpower. Your wealth body also resides in your lower intestinal body. So Kubera is an excellent mudra to help to activate that solar plex chakra, to strengthen your capacity or your ability to attract wealth to yourself. Kubera mudra also will assist you in removing obstacles to creating wealth for yourself. The more you work with Kubera, it also strengthens your concentration and imagination. So type up or look up the Kubera, Kubera, on how to actually practice it. Very simple way to practice the mudra. Give yourself like a 30-day challenge on working with the Kubera mudra in conjunction with any of these wealth-producing runic energies: Fehu, Dagaz, Gabo runic energy, the Othala runic energy, even Igwaz is a runic energy that helps to manifest your desires and your dreams. But in this case, you're going to work with Perthro Fehu Dagaz. Visualize them. Once you create that intent on what you want these energies to manifest for you, see them in your mind's eye flashing. The more intensely you can see them, the more the energies awaken within yourself. And then you create your nice little mantra, Fehu Perthro Dagaz. Fehu Perthro Dagaz. You do this for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, or however much time that you have to work with, at the same time visualizing what you need or what you want to attract to yourself. And it shows up rather quickly depending on what you want to create for yourself. The bigger your ideals, the more you have to work with these energies. Now, don't fall into the ego trick and the ego trap of, if you want greatness for yourself, if you want to experience all types of luxury, travel, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But your ego will trick you into believing that if you shoot for the stars, it's going to take forever to manifest. That's the ego trick and trap. So if your soul is desiring for greatness, great expansion, the attraction of great wealth, this is what you put to your visions. This is what you utilize the runic energies to assist you in manifesting the wealth you need to pull off whatever it is you desire for yourself. The runic energies, they are cosmic forces of nature, cosmic principles. They're found all over the world. Very, very powerful energy that you can utilize, symbols of power, tools of power to assist you in your endeavors. And at the same time, combining the Kubera mudra in conjunction. So if you're in one of those genetic lines where you're mostly basically struggling, surviving day to day, and you're probably the only one in your genetic line on both sides of the family that's really desiring great wealth and prosperity for yourself, you're probably going to run into lots of inner resistance and blockages on the emotional and mental planes. So in that case, you want to utilize the runic energy of Hagalaz. Hagalaz is often referred to as the mother rune. It is the rune of spring cleaning, the rune of objective confrontation of the nonsense that dwells in all of our subconscious mind. So you want to call upon the energy of Hagalaz to cleanse and purify your mental and emotional blockages of any, your mental and emotional blockages, and invoke Hagalaz to clear away those blockages, to restore inner harmony. It's a rune also of integration. So you want to utilize the Hagalaz runic energy to assist you in clearing out any and all mental and emotional blockages. Visualize the energy combing your aura, because a lot of times you have spiritual attachments, permeating your aura. Sometimes the cleansing baths are awesome, but sometimes you need more occult methods to clear your energy field, and Hagalaz is an excellent runic energy that you can comb your aura with to cleanse and purify your aura, as well as your inner world of those mental and emotional blockages. You know what I'm saying? Excellent tool here to assist you. So before you even start working with runic energies connected with wealth, if you're in this predicament of being maybe the only one in your family that wants to strike away from barely surviving, you're going to have that inner resistance to change for the better. I would suggest working with these runic energies first, Hagalaz, and the next runic energy here of Thurisaz, one of my favorites. Thurisaz is a runic energy of self-empowerment, a runic energy strongly connected with Thor, and Thor's hammer is also connected with the Shango energy. Thurisaz is also connected with the Orion constellation. If you see the image of Osiris holding that staff, it looks similar to that in the center of the Orion constellation. So this is very powerful runic energy to connect with for self-empowerment, and also a runic energy breaker of resistance to change for the better. So you can invoke Thurisaz to break up any mental and emotional, spiritual, energetic blockages that may be preventing you from moving forward and onward in your world. You can use Thurisaz to clear away any type of negative emotional attachments or negative emotional cords that may exist. Because if you're desiring great wealth for yourself, and you got those in your circle who necessarily don't share your ideas about wealth, they may be stuck in poverty consciousness, but you have a close connection with these folks, they are going to be a drain on your energy field. So there's going to be a deep soul desire to break free from these folks, no matter who they are, no matter how long you've been talking to them. Your soul is going to desire to break free from these associations. Of course, depending on the attachment, they're not going to appreciate that, but you're doing what's best for your soul's growth and evolution, and maybe y'all reconnect sometime in the near future, depending on what happens when you decide to break away from certain associations. You know what I'm saying? So Thurisaz is an excellent energy. Don't call out anybody's name, because Thurisaz is a powerful runic energy, but you're going to utilize it to heal your own self, visualize it, combing your aura, cleansing and purifying any type of blockages that may be permeating, or attachments that may be permeating your aura. As you know, when you start cutting people off, they're going to start talking about you and talking against you. That's almost natural occurrence. So these negative thoughts, they are permeating your aura. Now, they're not going to stop anything, but they serve as little subtle delays and little blockages from time to time. So you want to keep your aura cleansed and purified, and Thurisaz is an excellent energy to comb your aura, cleansing and purifying. Imagine lightning coming from Thurisaz once you call upon the energy to cleanse and purify your aura. Call upon the runic energy for self-empowerment, as well as protecting you from any type of negative forces that may come against you. And you can also utilize Thurisaz to clear away negative ancestral energy. That is a real thing. You have ancestors in your genetic line that has passed over that simply don't like you. Probably beefing with other relatives in your genetic DNA, and they will cause problems even on the other side. Sometimes you be on the cusp of aligning with stuff, money or whatever the case, and there's always something that gets in the way, always something happening. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're being knocked off balance for whatever reason. That could be negative ancestral energy, and you have to cleanse and purify this energy. So invoke the energy of Thurisaz to remove any negative ancestral energy that may exist. Also invoking your more ancient ancestors. They're awaiting your call. Invoking your more ancient ancestors to clear away the lower negative ancestral energy that may exist. Just asking. It doesn't matter if you know what their names are. Simply day and night invoke your ancient ancestors to clear away any negative ancestral energy. At the same time, you're visualizing Thurisaz doing that work. The more you work with Thurisaz and clear away those negative ancestral energies, you're going to see that change in the dream state. You're going to see somebody getting their butt tore up. It is going to feel real intimate to you, like you know these people. That is your ancient ancestors putting in that work, clearing away those haters on the other side, blocking your blessings, as they call it. So Thurisaz is excellent energy. Hagalaz is also an excellent energy for cleansing and purifying the mental and emotional state. And you're going to see those changes in the dream state of people getting lit up, cut up, shot up. That is your spirit team at work. You know, they don't, your ancient ancestors, they get hit upside the head with organized religion. They ain't about that turn the other cheek. They don't play games. They come to your defense and they come hard. You know what I'm saying? So they're not religious. They didn't get brainwashed in religion like most of us have on this planet. So when you invoke your ancient ancestors, they ain't playing no games. When they come on the scene, it is gonna be a problem for your enemies. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially the more you feed your crew, you energize your crew, you burn money for your crew, you offer money to your ancestors, you burn money for them, and you feed them real cooked food. I know this is, we're in a time now where people don't like to cook anymore, but the more you put cooked food on your altar space, and they're not vegans on the other side, they eat plenty of meat. They use the energy of the meat to work on your behalf. So they're not finna eat any vegan anything. Fruits, dried rice, dried beans are very acceptable, very powerful. Even a cured meat, cured ham or whatever the case, as a secondary offering is very powerful. Also, any type of gold that you can put on your altar, that serves also as an energy source they can utilize on your behalf. Feed your crew. The more you feed your crew, the more they can also energize within yourself, permeating your aura and helping you to create great change in your world. Also, working with a god or goddess connected with wealth and abundance is also imperative these days, now more than ever. Connect with your ancestors, especially if you're here in the West. Pretty much no matter where you are, but you need all the help and luck that you can get. So working more so with your ancestors, your spirit team, or whatever goddesses or god that is in your DNA or genetic line, now more than ever. So if you appreciated this information, share this information with those you feel will benefit from it. If you have any questions, of course, give me a holla. Let me know your comment. Let me know your experiences with these runic energies. I would love to hear your testimonials as to how they're working for you. Of course, you can screenshot the images or I can send them to you. But very powerful images here to work with. If you're new to this channel, they mostly talk about divination with the runic energies, but the way I've been guided to teach is how you work with them magically. So check out my video on my path in the runes, and I break down the difference between working with the runic energies and divination versus the magical powers or spiritual properties of the runic energies. So, until next time, if you have any questions, give me a holla. Peace.